Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
I hope that everybody will understand that whatever's going on is a show. And you don't have to let that show cause you anguish and hurt and pain and all that, because you we didn't cause this. So there were folks and stuff who decided that they were going to take their chance. They were going to run that play over again because they might be able to get it right in their eyesight. We might be able to get this right. We got to run that play over again. But when you run the play over again, you always are going to have to make a few tweaks. And when you don't tweak it and do anything, you just throw the same people out there on the damn court or on the field, you're gonna get the same results. Or maybe sometimes it might even be worse. So they chose to play. Let's see if you're gonna be able to score.
Well, what you're saying, that you're right. This right here is how many times they didn't try this, but on a smaller scale or not as bombastic. Now it's really out there. When you got supposed to be, now I'm just saying, it's supposed to be, what, 70% of the people that's in this country supposed to be Christians. And these people are treating the government like we don't really understand that we are in control of the government. We put the people in office. And if you don't put the right people in office to do the right things, to make everything fair, you get what you get. You get what you get. If you don't put smart people in there, people that earn your vote, and you just like what they say when they come against what they call controversy. There's no way. We've been dealing with this immigration thing on a serious tip for like 35 years. They have made it a commodity. A commodity. And the reason being is, think about it. The money that comes across certain countries by drugs and other things is humongous. And some of those people are getting paid off. And we have a sensation of drugs. We want drugs, illegal drugs, drugs that's cheaper than you can get at any pharmacist. Now we had a few pharmacists or drug companies, that was handing out pills and, like it was going out of style. They got fined for billions of dollars. That none of them went to jail. None of them went to jail. We don't even know who that money went to, where it went. All we know, they got somebody won the case, and that was it. So
That,
go ahead.
that, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is that when you look at those types of things, when you can fix stuff, you have the power to fix it, but you don't. And that's both sides. You have the power to fix it. You can fix the people coming in at the border. You can always have people coming through. But then at the same time, you want people to come in for cheap labor. You can fix that. Because all you got to do is any employer that hires a migrant worker, they have to register those migrant workers. And then if they deserve a green card or a working card or whatever they call those things, a visa or whatever, then they get those cards. And then how long do they last? They just last for a season. Then they go back home. But no, they don't do that. They
But
want servants. They
that's
want
not
servants.
that's not the reason why they put that old boy there in office. It is not. He he perpetrated a fear, and they believed him. He they believed that he wasn't a criminal. They believed that because he was a white man, he gonna fix all that, and they believe that. And there's some people out there that still believe that. They still
Yeah, you're
believe.
right. You're
They
right.
still
It's a lot of
believe.
reasons.
They still believe that he gonna be able to fix this stuff. They still believe that he is the right person to fix it. And until he is proven and stuff to them completely that he is not the right person, this everything else doesn't matter to them. So our thing is that we have to we have to govern, and there are avenues and stuff, and to where we have to learn how to be a politician. Those folks who are out there to understand what's going on, they have to do the hard stuff. They're going to have to do what needs to be done to straighten whatever he does out. As he screws up, it's their thing to straighten it out or to resist, bring up resistance, whatever. He done picked uh he done picked the absolute knucklehead to be the Secretary of State. yo, 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 senator, he ain't no more qualified to be a Secretary of State than I am. But he picked him. And the truth be told, eventually they may confirm him because he is one of the senators. He's one of our brothers. We're going to confirm him. But whatever mess that he does out there, because they know him and we understand who he is, that he ain't crap. I mean, he is no more a negotiator or a person who can go out there and speak intelligently and everything in front of the folks and stuff he need to be spoken intelligently to, and that they look at his boss as being a dummy. So what makes you think he gonna be able to sit down at a table and do what secretaries of state do? He's not. He got he got a leader, his boss. They they look at him like he's a fool. And ain't a country in this world has any respect for him. anybody with anybody with an ounce of any kind of knowledge don't respect him. He is not to be respected. So if your boss ain't respected, and the folks in your country and stuff and everything, the ones who have anything to do with it, don't respect him, then you got a problem. So as the good old Reverend Warren X said, we we up to us to straighten this stuff out again. And go, we got to straighten the garbage out and fix it and repair it. And that's what our purpose and stuff is now for the next 4 years to keep the damage to a minimum, and hopefully that we can have some respect in this world once all this sideshow is over with, because this is a sideshow. Every last man, and he ain't done. That's the sad part. All these, you can look and see what the heck he done. The Republicans, look at them, man. They're like a deer in headlights. What the hell he done? He had put Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General. They sitting there wondering what the hell going on. Oh my God, what have we done? But you reap what you sow, my friend. You reap what you sow. he been a thorn in their side in the house for 2 years now. And now he gonna be in charge of the U.S. Attorney's Office.
You can't make this shit up.
Can't make this up, man. We can't make this up.
You can't make it up, bro.
As when November.
But wait a minute. What about head of HSW?
Who?
Human Services.
Oh, well, he already told me that what he was going to do with him. He already said he's going to put him in charge, so that ain't no big surprise. Ted, it takes smart people and folks and stuff who know what the heck they're doing to navigate a ship. And each one of these departments is a huge ship. And they got a captain that has no idea what the rest of the ship is doing. And when you got somebody who is sitting at the helm and he has no idea what the hell he's doing, guess what the people below him are going to start doing? They're going to start ignoring him or her and try to do everything they can to keep the ship rolling along and to drag their feet, just like Senator Warren said. We're going all these appointments. We're just going to drag our feet as long as we can, and by the time they get into office, the folks who's sitting up in that daggone place, they're going to be dragging their feet, and by the end of at least 2 years, they ain't going to get nothing done.
You know, Senator Warlock said, "Sit with the grief for a while." Now, there's a reason why he said that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And the reason why I think he said that You need to think. You need to think.
Mm-hmm.
You have to realize how far we have come and we taking steps back. And you, us, I'm including myself, have sit back and rest on our laurels. Most of us, not a lot, but most of us. I mean, people, I'm talking about people between the ages of 20 and 60. Because I'm looking at the numbers here. I did the numbers on black people. And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of black people doing very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
And 20% of black folks, $100,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Another 20% is $50,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
So right there is well over, and I'm not saying, $50,000 household income or more, 60, 70,000. We know that's not a lot of money, but you can live within your means with that 50,000. You got your $200,000 house. Your house note is only $1,100 a month. And you making ends meet. And the thing is, a lot of us are pretty complacent. It's the younger people, to me, not all, but a lot of them are not aware what it takes. So when you look at black folks, we're everywhere. We're not in a vacuum. We might be having black neighborhoods, but everybody's pretty much on their own. You got certain groups that's together, but for the most part, all black folks is on their own. We have integrated ourselves in across the country. We're everywhere. It might only be in one neighborhood. It might be only a half a dozen black folks in the whole neighborhood out of 1,000 houses. Or it might be several black people in a big apartment complex. We're everywhere. And then you might have a group of people that's in a neighborhood that's all black, and maybe a few Latinos and white folks, but majority white, black. So we're everywhere. So therefore, it's very hard to come together, which brings me to my next subject. Black Project 2025. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm. No, I haven't.
Big deal, bro. It's blowing up. This 22-year-old lady who's an entrepreneur said, how come we don't have a Project 2025? So she called it Black Project 2025. She has already raised $20,000 in one day. She put together the Project 2025. She already admitted, say, hey, I just was thinking about it and I decided to start talking about it and I started writing stuff down and putting it together, but I need help. I need people. What we need to do is have our own Project 2025, a Black Project 2025. So now it's going across the nation. 25,000 people have already signed up. And that's only been a few days since she even started talking about it. So I don't know where it's going. I don't know what it's going to do. But these are young people. I would say 40 and under. So we'll see. But it's a big deal, bro. I tried to look up and see if I can find more information on it, but you got to go through another website and do this, do that. And I just said, well, I'll just wait a few, next week or something and get more in tune with it. I'm sure they're going to have a bunch of agendas and that kind of thing. The main thing everybody's talking about, hey, looking at the groups that supported Trump and not support them. So I don't know what their game plan is. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know.
Well, we have to remember, Ted, that there were there were a group of people who were what? It doesn't matter. You got it. I still got it. I got you. Everything is going okay. I'm putting stuff all together here and everything on here, and it's going to be okay. I got it. You're gonna when you see the video, you're gonna see what I've been doing. As you see the video, you're gonna watch it and see what's going on. Anyway, doing this cycle November the 5th, before November the 5th, there were uh, a lot of people out there who were quiet, politicians who were quiet. They never said nothing. They never opened their mouth and said a word. So they're still there. So what are we going to do? They're still there. What are we going to do? These people are politicians. They're sitting in the Senate and they're sitting over in the House. Never endorsed the man at all. Never opened their mouth. Okay? So what are we going to do with them? If we have, and I spoke slightly about this earlier, you have to do your job as a politician. If you are a politician, politics makes what?
Strange bedfellows.
Strange bedfellows. So all this stuff this man is doing, there are people there in both sides of Congress who understand that this man is a danger to them. They understand it. Even though the people out there didn't, they do. They're in the know. They've been sitting up there and watching this crap going on. So if you put those two entities together, what's going to happen? There's going to be a force sitting around there that's going to be about the business of doing something for this country that he can't stop because he's going to want to get some of his stuff done too. He's going to want that old boy to be the Secretary of State. He ain't a bad pick. He just he just not a Secretary of State. And understand that Matt Gaetz won't be a good Attorney General. But I don't think that he's going to try to tear that office apart. That's not in his makeup. They all know him. That's not in his makeup. All they're doing is the Republicans are looking at him and everything at what he has done to try to stop them from doing what they want to do. Okay? That's the only reason why they don't like him. Okay, the man's a pedophile. He likes children, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad person. That maybe he will bring some sense in there. But the first thing, Ted, that I would be looking at is why he picked him. Why did he pick Matt Gaetz? After all that stuff that he created and stuff, he told him to leave the California Speaker of the House alone. He called in and said, "You leave him alone." And Matt didn't do that. Forget you. He was the one that started that whole crap to get that man out of his speakership. Created all that problem around there. And Trump was sitting down there saying, "Don't do this, don't do that." And now he has made him his pick for Attorney General. Why? Somebody should be asking that question. Why did he pick that old boy down there in Florida to be his Secretary of State?
Oh, I know why.
Okay. Why did he pick him?
He picked both of them, and he picked the lady from Homeland Security and the CIA. All of these people don't know nothing.
Guess what?
The guy that's over the Department of Defense that he nominated don't know nothing.
Okay.
It's all about chaos, bro. This man is a traitor. That's what he is.
But why did he?
His job is to degrade America. That's his job. You know what he's doing now? He wants people to sue all of these colleges if their kids don't get in school. If you feel you've been discriminated against, file a claim so that you can get your money. Now, you might not agree with their process, but that's their school. That process is their process, just like every state. That's their state. Harvard got their way, Yale got their way, University UCLA got their way. How they admit kids to their school. This man is all about chaos, bro. Lawlessness. That's all he's about. You can't justify nothing. He's all about lawlessness and chaos.
What about your senator from Florida? Why did he pick him?
I just told you. He don't know nothing.
The senator from Florida don't know nothing.
When I say he don't know nothing, meaning that he does not have the intellect, the strategies. He's like a good guy, bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay.
China is bad.
Okay.
And his main thesis is China. Now, why is he against China so much? The reason why he's against China is because it's a talking point for him to make him feel as though he's important. This man has done nothing for Florida.
But what has him being appointed Secretary of State qualifies him to be the Secretary of State?
Well, if I'm not, he has been on the foreign committees.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he's ever been the chairman of it, but I don't think so.
No, he hasn't.
So, but he's been on a lot of committees. When I say he don't know nothing, I mean he don't have the gravitas. He don't have the stature. He don't have the seriousness. He don't have the swagger of a statesman-like person.
Okay.
He's like well, I don't know. See, you probably haven't done this, and I do this. When I used to be on Twitter, I used to always comment him on Twitter and call him I don't call him a dumbass, but I used to I used to tell him, I say, what are you talking about? You know what he does all day on Twitter?
I'm listening.
All he does is talk about religion.
About who?
Religion.
Religion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He quotes scriptures, stuff like that.
Okay.
He don't bring any seriousness, to the
Okay.
table. I mean, I quit Twitter a long time ago. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that when I used to be into him, I used to cut him up on Twitter a lot because he didn't never bring anything to the table. And when I brought up issues and stuff, he never even talked about any kind of issues hardly.
Okay. So with him, you're saying that he, as a Secretary of State, he has no real experience at doing it. Real experience of being out there and talking with uh, international leaders. If he gonna, because as a Secretary of State, he's gonna have to go
Well, he's
to
been at the table here.
he's gonna have to go to these countries and look these leaders and stuff in the face and tell these leaders and stuff what he can do for them or they can do for him as a leader.
Well, he's going to be the mouthpiece for Trump.
Okay, so is he
So
gonna be
whatever Trump tells him to do, that's what he's going to do. It's not about him coming up with any kind of strategies or anything like that. He might put his little 2 cents in it, but the only thing he really focus on is really China. I mean, the Secretary of State's supposed to be a worldwide,
correct?
very informed person who knows all
Correct.
about the world.
Right. And I'm asking you,
Is he that deep?
is he, is he, or can he be a person who holds those qualifications? That's what I'm asking.
He's
What
not
is it?
qualified, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's not
He's not
qualified to do
qualified, but anybody can
any of
pretend.
that, to do any of
Hey,
that.
I learned a long time ago. Ted, stay in your lane. I learned a long time ago. Stay in your damn lane. Don't get off your lane because you go into other people's stuff that you know just a little bit about. It ain't gonna work out, bro. If you out your lane, it ain't gonna work out. I don't care how much study you do. This right here, a Secretary of State, man, takes years.
Okay,
Years.
absolutely. So you believe that if for some reason or another he crosses that threshold and his friends, so-called friends there in in the Senate, eventually qualifies him to be or say that when knowing him as confirm him to be the Secretary of State, that he is going to do the job, or he can't do the job, and he's just going to be Trump's mouthpiece out there in the world.
Well, the sad part about it, they only get 5 minutes. And these senators who confirms is asked the questions, what do you think about Somalia? What do you think about Sudan? What's going on in Iran? What's going on in Cuba? What's going on in Mexico? How you feel about the triangular of United States, Mexico, and Canada? What's your thoughts on that? Is he that knowledgeable about all the nuances of all of those situations? Now, you know, I'm fairly read, but I'm not in depth read. But I know a little bit about some of all of these different countries, just enough to have a conversation a little bit. But you have to know these countries. You have to know these leaders. You got to know those people in those countries. And you got to know the politics of those countries. Is he that in depth, academically, intellectually?
That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. Because
Well, I'm asking
he
you a
was
question.
he was your senator in but he was your senator out of your state.
I
And
don't give
even
a crap.
but
That man
he
ain't got no business being even a senator.
okay. So you're saying that even as a Secretary of State, he's not going to pass muster.
It don't matter. He's going to get affirmed.
How do you know?
The reason why he's going to get affirmed is that you got lobbyists. There's a reason why. Because he's going to do what Trump says. He's going to do what Trump wants. That's what's going to happen.
Why did you bring in the word lobbyist into this thing? Why did you say the lobbyist going to have something to do with this?
Don't you know that the lobbyists are the ones who communicate with these senators, that give them money, give them support, and they have issues themselves. So they'll say, you got to do this and you got to pass him because of this and this and that and that. Else, we're going to cut you off, bro.
So you were saying that the lobbyists are the ones who are going to help him.
To make it because Trump wanted him in there. Now, the only way that you're going to be able to
then my question to you is, how do you figure that Trump has that much power that he can have these lobbyists and stuff to tell him what's going on? Because I don't believe
it ain't about Trump. It's about what Trump's goal is. What Trump's goal is to try, because right now, you know what's going on right now in China and United States. China have already said they usually do they do about $50 billion worth of farm transactions with the Americans, farmers. He done took his business elsewhere.
He did that last time.
No, he didn't. Not totally.
China did.
Not totally.
Who?
Not totally.
Yes, they did.
No, he didn't
Yes,
do
they
it
did.
totally. They're getting ready to do it totally now.
No, they did that. They did that last time.
No, it wasn't totally, bro.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
When he put that tariff out there, they took that. That's why Trump had to pay those farmers.
I just said that that was only $12 billion that he gave to a certain group of farmers.
He gave them more than $12 billion. Go back and look. He gave them more than $12 billion.
Going on with China, bro.
He gave them more than $12 billion.
Well,
and I don't think And I don't think China is afraid of him at all,
Afraid of who?
of Trump.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm telling you
Yes,
what the
it does.
man, what X or whatever you want to call him, what he's going to do, what he's setting up right now to get his grain from other countries. That's
They did
almost
that the
$50 billion.
last time.
No, he didn't.
Yes, they did.
He cut.
Go
Ed, you
back
got to
and
do
look. Go
research,
back
brother.
to
I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not arguing with
2018.
you. I'm not
Go
gonna argue
back to
with you.
2018 and, and,
I'm
and,
not gonna
and do
argue
your
with you, brother.
research. Go back to
I'm not gonna argue with
2018.
you. It wasn't a full blown out. This is a
Yes, it
full
was.
blown out.
When he put that tariff on them and they found out he was going to really do that stuff, they took their business elsewhere. Those farmers up there in Iowa had their grain sitting on the ground, rotting. He was on the ground rotting.
You
But
know,
they
it only
took it
takes me a few
because they
minutes to
went,
find out
they went,
information, bro.
they went to Brazil and bought a lot of their grain up and found these other countries to buy their daggone grain for them because they wasn't going to pay. They wasn't going to even allow them, Trump to even put a tariff on their stuff. They did. Look that up so next time we can talk about
No,
it.
I can look it up right now. Keep talking.
I don't have anything to say. I don't have nothing else to say.
You ain't got nothing
because
else to say.
I don't have anything else to say because my thing is that this man who has been put into the White House has no power at all. I don't care what anybody else says. He does not have any power. His power and stuff right now is coming from the people that he owe allegiance to. He owes allegiance to every daggone body out there. He owes allegiance to them billionaires. He owes allegiance to Putin. He owes allegiance to Elon Musk. He owes allegiance to a whole bunch of other folks. And I'm asking the question about Matt Gaetz, why he decided to make him Attorney General. And I don't believe that he did that because he wanted to. I think he did that because he had to. Now, that thing with Kennedy and stuff, he did that because he wanted to. He wanted to throw up a whole bunch of mess out there and create a whole bunch of confusion out there. And believe me, he is not going to be able to enact all of that 2019 project. It's going to take a hell of a lot longer than 4 years to enact that crap that he had put into that daggone thing. But the fact that he wants to try to do it and everything has created a whole lot of havoc and a whole lot of animosity amongst the Democrats who know that that's getting ready to happen. And they don't want to have to fight it, but they are going to have to fight it. As you were seeing and stuff when that video that I sent you, the link that I sent you, when Reverend Warren and I was sitting there talking, he did his sermon and stuff last Sunday and stuff on the politics and what the heck happened. He was saying in that speech that, hey, I'm going to sit here and soak in my grief and stuff for a little bit, but in the morning, I'm going to get up and going to put on my armor and everything and get back out there and start fighting. And I
Okay,
believe that's what he's going to
let me
do.
give you the total. 2018 and 2020 significantly impacted the trade war. In 2018, the U.S. goods trade deficit with China reached a record $419.2 billion, and by 2019, it had decreased to $345 billion, largely due to reduced trade flows. The farmers are severely affected, losing over nearly 24 billion in exports to China.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't the whole thing, bro.
It was all the farm stuff.
I just told you. I
They
just
bought all
gave
the
you the numbers.
they bought all the grain stuff. They
I
took
just
all
gave
the
you the numbers. It wasn't the whole
Ted.
thing, bro.
Yes, it was.
I just read it to you.
You read it from where? From Google.
From 2018 to 2020 was significantly impacted by the trade war. In 2018, the U.S. trade deficit with China reached a record 419 down to 345. It affected losing the farmers lost 24 billion in exports to China. Their whole
You
42 billion a
read
year is what
read
China does with the
read
farmers.
read further, Ted, into what will
That's it,
happen
bro.
with those farmers in those states and stuff. You need to dig further than that.
I
I'm
just
telling
gave
you.
you the information so you can accept it or
Well,
reject
I don't believe that.
it. Well,
I
okay, then
don't,
that's fine.
I don't
Well,
believe
you
that.
know, that's
That's not
fine if
the.
you don't believe
That's
it. But
not
I'm
the.
just
That's.
because I read about that years ago,
I did
2018.
too. I was sitting down there
And they
looking
had
at it. I
they
was
they
sitting
had
there
start
reading
they had
about those
started
farmers in
losing
Iowa
money.
who right
But it
next to
wasn't the
Illinois.
whole thing.
What?
They just cut back. They just cut back. Now they get ready to do the whole thing.
Ted, we don't know what China gonna do. We have no idea. Somebody
It's
just opened their
already
mouth
been
and
reported.
said that.
It's already been reported in the business section.
So what? That's not the truth. That can't be the whole truth and everything. Just because somebody reported it don't mean it's going to happen. You have to deal with the reality is on the ground. They sit
Well, then you
down
can
there.
wait till it happened or not.
You
Wait
got
till
to
it
sit
happens.
down there on the ground and wait
It's gonna happen.
until
It's
they
just
see it
like they
happen.
said.
And they have to go down on the ground and find out exactly what these little farmers are sitting down there doing with their grain that's sitting on the daggone ground, because that's exactly what they said it was going on.
Well,
Our stuff
it's
is
gonna be
sitting on the
worse
ground
now.
and it's being rotted on the ground.
It's gonna be worse now.
Well, it can't get no worse than your all your farm granaries sitting on the ground and rotting. Oh man, my thing popped up over here. All right, I'll quiet down. I have a monitor over here that monitors my sound. Anyway, I don't believe that. Ted.
Okay, that's
There's more
fine. You
to
don't have to
it.
believe it.
There's more to it than that, and I know
You
what
don't
they have
have
going
to
on because I'm
believe it,
listening to
Ed. I'm not
I'm
arguing.
listening to these farmers and stuff
Ed,
talking.
Ed, I'm not gonna argue with you.
I'm not
That's your
arguing either.
opinion.
I'm
I
not.
just
I'm
gave
not.
you facts.
No, you didn't. There wasn't no facts. There wasn't no fact. That was that Google search you just did, and it's a known fact that Google put some wrong stuff out there all the time. they put some stuff out there that's absolutely untrue at
Well, I
all.
can bring newspaper articles up for you too.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you an idea of what they did.
I can bring up
I'm gonna
the
say
budget and show you.
My wife and I was arguing about O.J. Simpson.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. What I'm trying to tell you is
we did
we're
a
talking
Google.
about facts.
We did a Google search on it,
No.
and they said that there was blood found all over O.J. Simpson, and we all know there wasn't no blood all over O.J. Simpson. that was a lie. It was
If
a
I
lie.
bring
So
up, if
you
I
can't
bring up,
believe
I would have
everything
to.
you see on
Ed,
Google.
Ed, I would have to bring up the 2018 budget
No,
and the
you're gonna have to go
2019
back
budget
and go
and the
and
2020
pull up.
budget
You're
of the
gonna have to
federal
go back
government to
and
show
pull
you proof.
up the information and stuff that comes from those newspapers over there in
I just
Iowa
told you
talking
I
to
bring
those
up the
farmers.
federal government budgets. You don't
That ain't
bring the
got
federal
the
government.
government don't know what the government don't know what they talking about because they weren't sitting over there with them farmers. And I'm sitting there reading what these going on with these farmers who got their grain sitting on the ground, Ted, because these Chinese said they're not going to buy their grain. And they went over to Brazil and bought all Brazil's grain. And these folks were sitting there with their stuff sitting on the ground. Now, they didn't put that out
Did
there.
nobody say that didn't happen, Ed? Did nobody
Okay.
say that didn't happen? That's
Okay.
not the issue.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
talking about numbers. I
I'm
follow
talking
the
about
money.
what actually happened. I ain't damn the
Ed,
numbers. Forget the
Ed,
numbers.
Ed, I follow the money. You follow some little simple story. I'm following the money.
I'm following what the people on the ground says, Ted.
But we're talking about money.
Just like they sit there and said right before November the 5th, well, the whole thing is tied. It's going to be nip and tuck. And what the heck happened on November the 5th? It wasn't nip and tuck no more.
I ain't talking about whataboutism.
Well, that's what they said happened. They told us that. We read it in the
I
news.
don't
They
know.
told
I
us it
didn't
was
hear
going to
that.
happen.
I never heard that.
Yeah, they said that was in the news.
I never heard that.
She up. She might get her out. It's gonna be real close, and it wasn't. Not at all. They
Well,
missed out on it. We
know,
can't
we
believe
already,
you can't
Ed,
believe everything
Ed,
that they put out there,
whether
Ted.
you
That's all I'm
believe it or
saying.
not, whether you believe it or not, there was a whole lot of cheating going on.
No, I don't believe there's a whole lot of cheating going on.
A lot of cheating.
No, not a lot of cheating. You talk like them. You talking like Trump now. You talking like Trump back in 2020. you done changed sides. You talking about Trump in 2020.
I'm just telling you, it was
He
a lot
said
of
there was
cheating going
Trump
on,
said there
bro.
was cheating going on. Now you saying the same thing he said. There was cheating going on because you didn't win. There was cheating going on. I don't believe with cheating going on.
How many votes in Georgia that was discounted?
I didn't even look at
In
that. I haven't
Georgia,
looked at those numbers.
200,000, bro.
I didn't even believe them numbers out there. Come on.
200,000.
How you know with 200,000?
That's what they say.
The judge threw their thing for throwing them votes out, Ted, right before the election happened. He threw this shit out. He said, "No, y'all can't take these 200,000 people off the road." It was in the news. They didn't. They had to put those people back on those roads. 200,000 people. They had to put them back. Stacey Abrams, she was out there fighting for that stuff. That was one of the court cases that they won, along with those folks who told me they had to hand count it. They had 2 daggone court hearings that came up, and they had to put them.
What, in 2024?
For this election right now.
That's what I'm
When
saying.
it just happened. The one that just happened.
200,000 votes were provisional. They put it on provisional. And 200,000 votes were not counted, bro.
Ted, the judge told them before the election that they could not throw those people and stuff off the ballots. Now, there's a whole lot of folks out there that could have been sitting there fighting this whole mess because that's what the heck happened. They could have fought it, but nobody wanted to spend the time to fight it because she had already lost them other battleground states. She lost North Carolina. She lost Arizona. She lost Nevada. She lost all them daggone states.
No, they said
There was no way.
of voters.
There was no
millions
way.
Of voters only,
There was no way. There was no way that she was going to win with just Georgia if she had to took Georgia, Ted. She wouldn't have gave up if she could have fought that. She would have fought it and been able to win, Ted. She did not. She said, it's all over. I'm not going to fight this any longer because there's no way that I can win this thing. No matter what happened, she couldn't have won it. When you sit down there and you got every battleground, you sitting in all these battlegrounds and you done lost all of them, and those 16 votes that came out of here in Georgia wasn't worth fighting.
Well, you can believe what you want. I know what I believe.
I don't believe that. I believe that the white folks said, forget this crap. We don't want no black woman in charge. And that's what the heck happened. I don't care what they say. They didn't want a black woman to be head of that White House. Pure and simple. She got put out because of her color, and she was a woman.
For those people that are listening, I just want to say this. I bring receipts.
Man, I guess people, that's what makes the show so y'all missing out. You do.
I bring receipts in.
These 2 old codgers. These 2 old codgers is just. We might well be sitting on the porch there and drinking a white lightning
I'm just telling the people, I got receipts.
You got receipts. You got receipts. Yeah, okay. He got receipts, people.
What the guy said, ain't no way. Ain't
Ain't
no
no
way.
way.
Ain't no way.
Okay.
Ain't no way he got the popular vote. Ain't no way.
Dead. It doesn't matter. At this point in time, it doesn't matter. Almost like in 2000 when Bush took that son gun by 400 votes and Gore said it don't matter and gave up. And here we are fighting that, screaming and hollering, we need to fight some more. He said it didn't matter. So
well, see, you weren't here doing it.
If it didn't,
see, you weren't here in Florida.
If he the candidate and said it didn't happen, he let it go.
You were not here in Florida. You were not here in Florida. I was here.
I don't want to be in Florida.
No.
Me and my wife said we ain't gonna never come to Florida.
Is, here's the thing. You had those people in Broward County. They raided those offices.
It's over. The man gave up.
So that's all I'm saying. They raided
what are we fighting
offices.
for? He gave up. The man gave up. He said,
"Well, this is the whole thing. This is a serious thing here. What in the world is going on?" In the words of Mrs. Michelle Obama, what in the world is going on? Because it goes back to Clinton, bro, and it goes next to Bush. Now, how did President Obama was a genius. That's all I got to say. And the people that he had working for him was a genius. They were geniuses to get this thing to be what it happened to him for 2 terms. Here you got a person who fixed the whole economy that was screwed up, and they run around talking about he didn't do nothing. And then you have somebody come in here and destroy what he did in a matter of 4 years, and they claim that he had the best economy ever. And it took President Biden to fix it. It took 2 years to get it off the ground. And now we back to normal. And here we got another person that's going, they playing a game with the people, bro. They playing a game with us. They don't want the average Joe to be in control of their life.
That's what I just said.
The average American.
That's what I just said. They don't want a black woman to be in charge of them. That's average.
That's part of it.
She is average. And they're saying she is average. Ted, and we both see what's going on out there. This economy is not screwed up. It is not screwed up. Anytime you see the stock market heading up, and every time you turn around, that summer gun's heading up sky high, somebody doing something good out there.
Unemployment is all-time low.
Okay, so you can't say it's the economy stupid.
Wages is up.
You can't say it's the economy stupid. Again, you cannot say it's the economy stupid. And that's what both say. It's the economy stupid. No, it's not. The economy doing good. People are going around there. Yes, their food prices are going up high, but people still buying food.
Well, here's the thing.
They still going to the store buying food.
Hey, here's the thing. You got 43 million Americans that receive food stamps.
Okay.
But yet and still, they sitting up here. Now, I spent, what, $4 for a dozen of eggs today.
That was cheap. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is that it is what it is. All I'm trying to say is, bro, is that people do not realize that we live in a capitalist society. You will not have $1.25 or 50 cents a dozen of eggs anymore. You will not pay $2.50 for a box of cereal. Those days are gone, bro. So I don't know what these people, what they think they look, what they're looking for, because it is what it is. Oh, the eggs are too high. The bacon is too high. I paid $7 for this box of cereal.
I don't buy cereal, so I don't know how much it costs. I don't eat cereal.
Me
but
neither.
but hey man, final word. We had our hour mark here. Go ahead.
Well, my suggestion,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
my suggestion,
Okay.
stop looking at the news.
Yep. You stop looking at the news. I don't stop. I don't look at the news. That's why when you ask me that question, I don't know because I haven't looked at the news since November the 5th. I have not watched the news. I'm like
Don't
I'm
watch
like
the.
Senator.
You can read articles.
I'm like Senator Warnock. In my grief. I'm still in grief. I'm in mourning. Like the old folks say on the book. I'm in mourning. I've been in mourning.
Don't look at the news because Trump is going to be on there 2-3 times a day. On top of that, once he get elected, he's going to go right back on tour because that's all he know how to do: golf and go back on tour and watch TV. That's all he's going to do.
Hey.
He's going to watch TV. He's going to golf, and he's going to go on his, and he's going to do 2-3 trips a week.
Hey. More power to him.
And those people that come there to those things and listen to him talk about nothing, shame on them.
More power to them if that's what they want. If that's what they want. If that's more power to them. It's when I get out of the morning, you guys are gonna know. It took me a while after 2000 to get out of mountain. In 2024, it's gonna take me a little while to get out of mountain. But when I get out of mountain, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna start doing my thing. I am. I'm gonna get out there and start doing my thing, Ted. We got to get out there and start doing something. I've been sitting around here. I done let my property down there go down a little bit. I got to go out there and start working on it. These summer guns, they hit me up hard as all get out, man. My dad I got my insurance bill for my other property down there, and they done doubled it. The payments and stuff on it, man. I'm sad. I'm in mourning. I'll tell you, I'm in mourning. I can't afford to pay double the insurance on the damn property. So I got to go out and find me another homeowner's insurance and stuff and everything. I'm in mourning.
You ain't saying that
That's
yet.
all, man. And then my car insurance, it's gonna be up
You
in
ain't
March,
saying nothing yet,
and they
bro.
already told us that it's going up. Man, they told me 20 years ago when you become a senior citizen, all your stuff gonna go down. They done told me a lie. They done lied to me. They done lied to me. My stuff is going up so high. I don't know
Hey,
what
the
to
oligarchies want everything, bro. They
do.
want your property. They want your cars. They want everything. They want you to be catching the bus.
Yeah, they done kicked up my health insurance coverage and stuff. I don't even know if I'm gonna have health insurance and stuff, man. It's gonna jump January. It's a mess out here, man. And it already done told me. They say that little bitty raise that I'm getting for my Social Security, it ain't gonna amount to nothing.
Not
I'm
only
gonna
that,
bet,
it might
I'm
not
gonna
even
bet it.
happen.
I'm gonna bet it be able to pay my
Hey,
Medicare insurance and
hey,
stuff with
it
that
might
little
not
bit of
even
rate.
happen, bro. Trump is in office now. They talk about
Hey
cutting
man,
Medicare.
but hey, that's our savior, Ted. Don't talk about our savior now. He our savior. Don't talk about our savior now. They already said he our savior. Talking about our savior.
They talk about Medicare, cutting
Yes,
Medicare.
sir.
They talk
He
about
gonna
cutting
save us.
Social Security.
They voted for him because he gonna save us. That man gonna save us, Ted, and I'm sure he is gonna do it. Master Trump, master, master criminal. He gonna save us. Oh my goodness, we in trouble, man. We in big trouble. But I ain't gonna lay down. I'm gonna get up here just a little
Hey,
bit,
let me
kid. I'm gonna
just
get out
say
the morning.
this. Let me
Huh?
say this.
Go ahead.
Michael Jordan just bought him a $60 million house in France.
And where?
France.
In France. Oh well, you getting out the country then, huh? And he ain't got to worry about it because he can fly over there because he got him a $70 million jet.
Or he can take his cruise. He can take his boat.
Yes, sir. He bought him a $70 million jet. Just bought it. Just paid for it last year. $70 million. Tell me these folks ain't doing well. 60 million dollar house in France.
That's what a lot of these multimillionaires doing. They're gonna leave the country, bro.
Hey, they gonna leave us over with Master Trump. Master criminal.
But I got a friend. Bro.
You got a friend?
He already told me, come on.
Come on. Okay. You gonna have your
Get your
passport done?
ready.
You got your passport ready? Y'all gonna leave little Ed over here to fight this mess up.
Oh,
You
we'll
gonna
still
leave?
do the show, but I'll do my show in some other country.
Hey, that's fine. I'm starting Saturday. I'm changing my internet access and stuff, man. I'm gonna be getting a faster internet so we can be able to reach you over there wherever you're going. Hey, people, it was good talking to you guys and stuff. We missed you yesterday, but we're back on again. We got some special stuff getting ready to happen here. I got some stuff that I'm getting ready to do for our website. I've been neglecting it for a while, but you can go back on there, baby, now and stuff. I still got my picture of girlfriend up there, sister girl, bashing that Negro in the head. And really, people are going to look at it and say, well, she didn't do it. And I'm going to say to them, you a lie because she did it. And that they're going to debate, she bashed that Negro in the head because he was shell shocked. Oh man, these folks ought to stop, man. Tell you that they breaking across my daggone thing again with breaking news and stuff about. I don't want to hear about that nasty redhead summer girl no more. Not for a while. Give us a break. I wish they would give us a break. For make it 2 days. If they can not put stuff about him out there on that news media for just 2 days, I can get a breath, man. I can breathe a little bit. This stuff is just horrible, man. I'm sick of it. And I know there got to be a whole lot of other people out there, they sick of that crap too. I'm tired of hearing his name. I'm tired of hearing everything that he done and what he been doing and all this other stuff and what he plan on doing. I'm tired of hearing it. Give us a break. We need a rest. And I feel like a caregiver and stuff that's sitting up there with a disabled man in the bed. I got to change his diapers every day. His shitty diapers every day. And that's Trump. I'm changing his shitty diapers every day. Oh.
Stop it.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
my co-host said stop it. Bye, people.